Hi, this is Chris Brown of Groundwork Tools. The action is now weighed off, reassembled, and played in, and ready for its final round of regulating. The keys have been blacked. This piano was heavily played by somebody with fingernails, apparently. And there were gouges in the sides that, of course, showed up if you didn't black them. Plus, there were plugs where I removed lead, and there were copper key weights were added. A few of them were in the black area of the sharps. Those were ones where lead had been removed, and so the copper, being a little bit lighter, came out to be very near where the original was. Anyway, that's all been blacked so that you can't see it, but it's there. What else? I'm going to have a final look at key squaring and spacing, and then the final level. And another thing that I did was that I took keys that were actually backchucking and treated them with damp chaser humidity control fluid. The hammers have been fine spaced in the piano, and the back checks I may have to check one last time, in that there may be a little bit of adjustment to spacing, principally where there's an adjustment to squaring. It's one of those refinement domino effects. And then, of course, touch up the hammer line when everything's reassembled. We'll have let off and drop, a final round of aftertouch, which is adjusted by the dip. And before that, a checking of the springs. And I've already checked the position of the jacks. So the jacks are where they should be. But before I do any of that, I'm going to just settle everything and make sure there are no jacks that skip. This is actually, this is nicely done with the it's on tight. Good grief. Apparently there we go. With a regulating rack set at hammer line, that is stopping the hammers, this gives me pressure on the balance punchings and on the knuckles and on the whipping cloth. Make sure everything is settled before I do the final adjustments, but also make sure all the air is pushed out. That is going to be as it gets played. At the back, I can go along the backs of the keys. This settles the back rail cloth. Same deal. A good idea is to make sure that there's nothing that's high. And when I do this, there would be a symptom over here, and it would be noticeable at in the hammers winking or in jacks winking. So whatever remains is a little bit low. I think I'm going to go up for this so I get a better view. This one actually wants to go a little bit in that direction. But a couple of these definitely want to go a little bit this way. Okay. Now, I don't think there's any one here that requires the thicker kind of white punching. They're all yellow or thinnest white. And obviously, some of the spaces can be less than the smallest punching's worth of change. So if 1/1000th of an inch is the smallest punching, that's 2/1000ths at this end. So, basically you can't do anything about a little bit of variance. So just do my best at deciding what can be done, what can't. And I'm going to start with the yellow ones. And so a trick about the yellow ones is that they are very thin, and you got to beware that you don't put 2 on when you are hoping to have 1. So with slightly damp fingers, I go through and make sure that I've got okay. Now I'm going to go looking for the smallest spaces that hopefully will be solved by the 1/1000th punchings. And again, one of the tricks is to make sure that you're adding only 1 punching. Okay. Okay, that's what I can do. Now I'm going to place the Rocke Sharp Leveling Blocks. Which I'm using in the height of 8/1000ths under a 1/2 inch. So just a little bit under a 1/2 inch. seems like maybe, yep, there's one. This guy is both of those two. Okay. Grab my piece of chalk. That one. This one is a little, that one's quite a lot. Okay, it seems like just those three. And I'm gonna have to pull punchings out. Put at least this, tie down this section of the action again to check my results and make changes as needed. Looks pretty good. Fact is, it looks very good. And please like, subscribe, or follow the link in the notes to my website.